This is a bonus divination for the global community for the month of April 2024. So I'm just going to light a little bit of impetu, letting the ancestors know we're ready to begin. I've already set the intention, letting them to know that we'd like them to bring forward some guidance and wisdom for us in this month to assist us. So the image that the ancestors are showing me, Makosi, they're showing me you standing next to a large metal pole, kind of like a flagpole. And the wind is blowing, and it keeps blowing harder and harder. Gale force wind, hurricane force winds, and you begin to grab onto this pole with dear life. Some of you are wrapping your legs around it, and other ones are holding on by your hands, where your feet are just flying out from underneath you. And you keep just gripping this pole tighter and tighter as these winds come in. And what the ancestors are saying that the winds represent the energies that are coming in for the month of April, and this metal pole represents resistance. Resistance for the changes that are coming. And so you are hanging on to this pole for dear life, the ancestors are saying, but in actuality, you need to be able to let this pole go. You need to be able to trust in these frequencies that are coming in at this time and allowing them to shift and change you. They're saying that the more that you cling to this resistance, the more discord you will have within inside of yourself. More discord on the physical level, the emotional level, and also the mental level. The ancestors are saying that it is now time to begin to let this resistance go and to not doubt the way forward. The ancestors are saying that although sometimes looking at the bigger picture, you cannot quite see that anything is really happening on the outside, they're saying that you need to continue to trust in this and understand that these changes are happening within you. And the more that you resist them, the more difficult it will become. And then you will only see the negative on the outside. They're saying that the focus here is totally on the inside, shifting your own inner landscape and your own energy and frequencies on the inside, the ancestors are saying. They're saying it is time to start letting this resistance go. They're saying it's time to start letting go anything that is blocking you from letting go of this resistance and opening your heart up to these new energies, these new frequencies that are coming in, and to allow you to shift and change on the inside. Because, as they have said many times, the more that you can shift on the inside, the more those changes are reflected on the outside. And as a global community, the more that we can do this, the more then we will be able to recognize the changes that are happening on the outside as well as we are shifting on the inside. The ancestors are saying that we change our focus to begin to look on the outside, and then we forget about what is happening on the inside. And the more that we focus on the things that are not just so right on the outside, then that is where our energy shifts and goes. The ancestors are saying that it is important to begin to look, especially in this month of April, to let go of any resistance that you might be having around the shifts and the changes that are happening. And they are saying that just imagine yourself letting go of that steel pole, letting go of it, and allowing the winds to carry you and to not be afraid as you are sailing through the air, being supported by the wind, being supported by your ancestors. The ancestors are saying that this is what this can look like for you, this total feeling of being supported as you are navigating these shifts and changes instead of holding on to this resistance. The ancestors are saying you can also look at it as popping popcorn. And they are showing the image of you placing the pan on the stove, putting the kernels of corn into that pan, putting a little bit of oil into that pan as well, putting the lid on, but you're only turning the fire on very, very low. And the ancestors are saying to watch this as the popcorn begins to pop from the kernels of corn into the popped corn, how long that takes when you are only having it on this low heat. How long does it take? And how sometimes the kernels don't pop all the way. And the ancestors are saying if you take that flame and you turn it up fully, then the heat begins to transform these kernels of corn at a quicker rate, and the popcorn is fully popped. And this is what the ancestors are focusing on for this month of April. And they are saying it is time to let go of this resistance. And they ask you to take moments in your life and when you're feeling this discord within inside of yourself, where maybe physically you don't feel so good, or mentally or emotionally you're not feeling so good, they are saying to imagine yourself grounding into the earth. And they say it can be as simple as imagining yourself as a tree with roots, allowing that resistance to flow out of your physical body, out of your energy field, and right into the earth. And they're saying to be aware that you might not even know what this resistance is. You may not understand the blocks that are preventing you from letting go of this resistance. They're saying that you do not have to figure it out with your mind. You only have to trust and believe and to allow that resistance to flow out of your body and into the earth. And they're saying at the same time that you do this is you allow yourself to open your heart to these frequencies that are coming in, open your heart to the changes, to the shifts that are happening, the awakening that is happening with inside of yourself as you continue to evolve with these energies, to continue to remind yourself to let though that resistance go, to let it fall down your grounding and let go. The more that you hold on to this metal pole, the more you will continue to struggle as you move forward on this path forward with these energies and frequencies are coming in. The more that you focus on the things that are going wrong is part of this resistance the ancestors are saying. The more that you hang on to only thinking about how the discomfort you feel within inside of yourself or the discomfort you see in the world around you, the more that you are hanging on to that, that is the resistance that the ancestors are talking about. It is time to start letting that go and focusing on yourself being carried forward with these winds of change, these energies and frequencies that are coming in. The ancestors are saying that you are so supported. You just have to let yourself be that and open your heart to the ancestors, open your heart to this progression in these shifts, in these changes at this great time. And so when the ancestors are talking about this, they're talking about this piece of doubt within inside of yourself, right here at the bottom. This doubt about these shifts and changes that are happening in the world, because each time you look on the outside and you're not seeing that instantly things are better, or instantly you feel better with inside of yourself, you doubt that anything is really happening. And the ancestors are saying that it is time to start moving past that thought process, letting go of this metal pole, which is resistance, but it's also the mental energy that you're trying to figure it out with your mind. And the ancestors are saying to really trust in this process, especially as we're stepping into these energies of April. It's a moment of time where you can actually take a large leap forward. But they're saying that also that we are sacrificing that from happening when we tap into those energies of that resistance, when we tap into those energies of not wanting things to progress and move forward. And this is a big part of here. Right here in the very center are the energies that are coming in this month. And this is the bone of transformation. And this is where we are moving toward. But this is where we're at. We're in this stage of doubt and resistance of being able to move forward fully in that. Our path is in alignment of moving forward, but we must first release all of this doubt, this resistance to allowing those energies in, even when we might not necessarily be able to feel them within inside of ourselves, even when we cannot see them reflected into the world. We have to trust and keep moving forward as we are doing this in order to access those higher realms that are coming in. The ancestors are saying that if you really anchor yourself into the earth and just set that deep intention within inside of yourself to let go, let go, and lean into opening your heart and allowing yourself to really focus on opening your heart to those energies that are coming in. Allow them to help transform you on the inside, and then those will begin to reflect larger on the outside. And as we do that, as we move forward as not only individuals, but as we move forward in our communities, in this world, then we will have our heart open to a state of balance that is in this world. And we will have our abilities to tap into the deeper wisdom that is available to us. And those are the gifts that are coming in. This opening our heart to this state of balance that we need to exist uh, in on this planet at this time. This is where we're moving forward, but we must not let this resistance trip us up. We must not let this resistance pull us back. We must not let the doubt overwhelm us and keep us stuck in this place. We must move past that. Allow that inner conflict that is within inside of you to let go, even if you don't understand it, even if you don't necessarily believe it or see or feel that it is happening. The ancestors are saying that it is happening no matter what. And the more that you resist it, the more difficult it's going to be, because you will have that discord within your physical body. You will have that discord within your emotional bodies. You will have that discord within your mental body. So the ancestors are saying to take that leap beyond this and into these energies that are coming in, so that we can truly project ourselves forward into this place where things are in a state of balance, where our hearts are opening and we're accessing all of those, uh, our wisdom that we hold within inside of ourselves, that is just beginning to open up in a way. What the ancestors are showing me, it's kind of like that Alka Seltzer that you put within the glass, and the bubbles start to build and build and build, and they grow up to the surface. And this is what this time of transformation is like, not focusing on that tablet that's in the bottom of the glass, but the possibility where that is transforming and moving to the surface. And this is what the ancestors are wanting you to focus on in this month of April. And as we move in through the month of May, they're saying that it is a potent time to be able to just really keep releasing that resistance, and at the same time opening up your heart. And you can do that in many different ways, the ancestors are saying. It can be just as simple as that, sitting there pretending like you're a tree, releasing it. You can go out in nature and walk. You can um, do it with music or art or just whatever calls to you, and just keep setting that intention that you're releasing that resistance and anything that's blocking you from releasing the resistance, so that you may fully open your heart to this transformational time, allowing your body to be able to take this transition with more ease and more effortlessness. And this is what this month of April is truly about, allowing our hearts to be fully open, allowing our hearts to expand into these new consciousness so that we may all shift as a global community into a place that is in a state of balance and harmony. And so I'm just going to light a little bit of a pepu, thanking the ancestors for coming forward and allowing us to hear their message and their guidance in this month of April 2024. Allowing ourselves to be carried by those winds of change. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you, great ones, for coming forward today, allowing us to hear your message, allowing us to open our hearts up to the changes that are coming, allowing our hearts in alignment with these frequencies and allowing the resistance to be released fully 100% so that we may, as a global community, create the outer world in reflection of our inner worlds that are moving into that state of balance, that state of harmony that we want to see exist on this planet at this time.